Thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Monday, June 17th, Major League Baseball slate. Belated Happy Father's Day to everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their Father's Day. Yesterday, we do have a short schedule today of games, only 9 games. Going on in the major leagues today, so we will be a little shorter today. First of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams, and we bet in those particular games. Dodgers, Cubs, Royals, Orioles are the 4 teams we fade or follow. We'd like to dump the Cubs right about the moment, but we do stick with it for the whole season, as the Cubs have been absolutely garbage. Can't seem to figure them out the last couple of games, but we'll get on the horn with them today. I think we got a great beat on Monday night's the series and Monday night's game. So we will give you leans, bets, and everything else in the other games as well, but those are the ones where we put our hard-earned dollar at. So let's go ahead and get this party started, shall we? We've got 3 games at 6:40 Eastern time to get this thing started away. So let's get you the first one here. So Reds, Pirates. My apologies on that one. Paul Skeens against Spires in this one. So everybody loves him some Paul Skeens, don't they? Skeens 3-0, 2.5 ERA, throws the ball 100 miles an hour, strikes a ton of people out in this one. Pirates back at home after they're doing some damage on a Sunday afternoon in Colorado. Trip back home there. Reds lose a disappointing one after taking a 3-0 lead, losing 5-4 to the Brewers on Sunday. To the Brouhahas, who are the best team in the National League Central and probably will be so for the remainder of the season, which means our Cardinals to win the NL Central bets are almost dead. Unless the Cardinals figure out how to run consistently or score consistently, they're toast. The Brewers can score some runs. They play good defense. That does help. That limits runs as well. They have their off days just like everybody else does, but Brewers best team in that division. Now, Reds and Pirates and the Cubs and the Cardinals all fighting for second place in that division, as they're all under 500. Not a lot, just a few games under 500, but they're all in the same spot. Cubs were the hottest team in this division for quite a while, and they have just gotten smoked for the last month. Reds have played better as they were way behind. Pirates, pitching staff looks fabulous. The question is, can they get some consistent hitters? They could use a couple bats if they were willing to sacrifice maybe a little bit at the All-Star break. They've got 3 really good pitchers starting-wise. They've got, obviously, Skeens, who's pitching today, Mitch Keller, and also Jones, the other rookie as well. They've got a young pitching staff. They need some sticks. A little bit of bullpen, as everybody else needs bullpen. The Cubs need it more than anybody. Reds need a little bit of bullpen, right? So if the Reds are going to make a run. Reds have hit a ton of injuries so far this season. Obviously, the Matt McClain injury probably being the biggest one of the season. So the question is, are either one of these teams going to be sellers or buyers at the line? Probably both might stand pat and try to make it. Don't see either one of these teams adding a bunch. But let's get to today's game. It is a Skeens game. I understand Skeens has been fire. That's why the Pirates are almost a $2 favorite here in this one. I'll be really honest with you here. It's hard for me to lay $2 on the Pirates against the Reds when you got couple of teams that are pretty even overall. Cincinnati can score a little bit more. Pitching's better on the Pittsburgh side. Definitely a big advantage here going over Spires. But we would like to play. I think the best bet here might be Reds under their team total. If it's at 3.5, at 2.5, I don't want to play it, but under 3.5 runs, do like the Reds in that one. Also, Pirates. Minus a half a run front 5 would also be another play in that particular game. But the 190, like I said, kind of pricey to lay it there on that one there. Total in this game is at 8, which is kind of high if you ask me. I guess they're expecting Pittsburgh to score 5+ in this game. I don't know if that's going to happen, so might look for an under total. But under team total, if it's at 3.5, once it gets posted on the Reds, that's how we play this one. Next game up, 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. Phillies, Padres. All right, can Dylan Cease pitch any worse against the Mets? I mean, how many runs did he give up? 650? I mean, seriously, it's the Mets. Pete Alonso hits a homer. Frankie Lindor hits a homer. It just never stops. And then the bullpen, which has normally been a strength for the Padres, comes in and gives up a lot more after the Padres get it all the way back to within a run, getting back to 8-6, 8-7. So don't quite understand what the Padres, the hell they're doing. The offense showed up and the pitching staff nowhere to be found. That's why you got a couple teams again. I mean, the Padres under 500 in this one. Sanchez, the left-hander for Philly going. He's pitched pretty well. I mean, youngsters just a little over a 3 ERA. Phillies had a really tough series with Baltimore over the weekend. Zach Wheeler got pummeled. Nola got pummeled in the start before they went to Baltimore. But they did snag a game in the middle. They did snag a game in that series. So, congratulations to them. I mean, it was a tough series. They're a little short-handed. If it's Baum, it's Harper. I mean, that's definitely the two guys that are getting the job done for them on that one. But the rest of them, Sosa's been an actually really nice piece for him this season. No Trey Turner, no JT Realmuto. Definitely shrinks that lineup quite a bit in that one. We like even though the Phillies at home always make it really strong as well. Even though the Phillies laying $1.60 here, like the Phillies. So, bets in this one, Phillies money line, Phillies on the run line, Phillies -0.5 front 5 as well. Also expect the Phillies to kind of bust out and maybe score a few runs here. Over 4.5, would not play it at 5.5, but do like them to score 5+ runs in that particular matchup. Next game up, 6:40 Eastern as well. 4:40 out here in Phoenix. We've got Sonny Gray and the Cardinals headed to Miami after the set with the Cubs. They take 2 out of 3 there. The Cubs suck. The Cardinals can't score any runs. What are we going to do here, right? To be really honest here, I've got, even though Sonny Gray's pitching, I have this sneaking suspicion that the Marlins are going to put something together here. I don't know why. It's not necessarily strictly numbers on this one here. Sonny Gray has pitched pretty well overall, so I do like the Marlins here +1.5 for the game. Also, +0.5 run front 5 innings would be another way to attack that one as well. All right, so we get off those 6:40 Eastern games. Now we get up to 7:07 Eastern time. Red Sox, Blue Jays, Pivetta versus UC in this one. Left-hander going against the Red Sox. We like that. We like those odds. I'm not a big Blue Jay guy. I'm sure for all of you that have watched multiple episodes for us, Blue Jays offense is inconsistent to say the least, right? So, a couple ways to attack this game. We do like the Blue Jays here money line. Blue Jays money line front 5. Also, maybe a couple lefties play under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs with Devers on this one as well. But like the Blue Jays, just slightly in that one. I don't know if I'd play them on the run line, because I don't know if they're going to win by 2, but I do like them to win by the 1. So money line, and like I said, money line front 5 as well. Next game up, 4:20 out here in Phoenix, 7:20 Eastern time. Tigers, Braves, Max Fried, Renee Olson in this one. Braves gave up. I mean, the youngster for the Braves on Sunday couldn't keep the runs across. They lose 8-6 after coming back 6 down, 6-2 to tie the game up 6-6. Lose it in the ninth. Give up a couple runs there. That's kind of a heartbreaker for the Braves in that one. Tigers, though, Tigers lose 4-1 after scoring 13 runs on Saturday against the Astros. They just dominated Spaghetti Arrighetti. Olsen, even though he's a 1-8 record, ERA around 3.5, he's had a couple outings where he got beat up, but otherwise he's been pretty stellar in this one. The problem with this game here is the Braves are a $2 favorite. That is way too much for this team. This team is not a $2 favorite against anybody in the majors anymore. Max Fried's an excellent pitcher. Don't get me wrong. He did not pitch well his last time out. I do not understand the line. The sports books are still pricing Atlanta like they're the team of last year that won 100+ games. They're not. They're barely going to win 85, 88 games this season. I'm sure they'll make it as a wild card to the playoffs, but I can't play them in a $2 favorite here. You're giving up way too much. They should be a $1.45, $1.50 favorite in this one, the way we got a handicap. So what do? Tigers +0.5 run front 5. Tigers +1.5 for the game is how we play that game. And actually, we'd also play Tigers over their team total, which should be 2.5, 3.5 in that range. Tigers to score a few runs. Expected to be a tight ball game. But the Braves right now are not a $2 favorite against anybody, so can't lay it. Next game up, 8:05 Eastern time, as we've got two games at this time slot. We'll go over the first one here. Mets, Rangers, Peterson versus John Gray in Texas. Mets score some runs at home, had a long homestand in this one. Now hit the road. John Gray can pitch, folks. ERA is just barely over 2. His 2-2 record does not reflect it in this one. And they're only a $1.18 favorite for some God only known reason. I understand the record's not fabulous for the Rangers. It's better than the Mets, and they're at home, and they got the better starting pitcher. How the hell are they only minus 118? Rangers money line. Rangers minus 1.5. Rangers money line front 5. Hop all over it. Don't like the Mets in this scenario. Next game up, we are in this game. Cubs, Giants. In this one, Giants coming off out of the road trip with a, playing the set against the Angels, headed to Chicago. Javier Assad pitching for the Cubs. His ERAs rose a whole point here over his last 3 to 4 starts. He was well below 2 ERA-wise, now almost at 3. No starter named yet for the Giants. It doesn't matter. The Cubs right now can't score runs, and when they do score runs, they give up. The bullpen is just absolutely horrendous. The bullpen actually shut the Cardinals out the last 2 days, and they still didn't win both games. Cubs right now are sucking something that you don't want to suck, right? So on this one here, line currently, Cubs are a $1.26 favorite. They should not be favored against anybody, whether at home or not. On this one, we're taking the plus money with the Giants, and as much as we can possibly get. So give us the Giants money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Giants over their team total. Giants money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Ramos, who's been on fire since he got in this lineup, home run, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits. Michael Conforto, homer, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time, Giants, Cubs in Chicago. Giants money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Giants over their team total. Giants money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Ramos, homer, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits. Michael Conforto, homer, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up, 8:40 Eastern, 5:40 out here in Phoenix. It's the next game that we're on. Dodgers, Rockies in Colorado, where the Dodgers normally rake. They're about a $2 favorite, as expected. Cole Quantrill pitching in this one. James Paxton for the Dodgers. Paxton pitched unbelievable in his last start. He was unreal. Quantrill has actually pitched really well for a Rockies pitcher. Anytime a Rockies pitcher is under a 4 ERA, you got to consider that like under a 3 ERA. That's how dominant he's been in this one. That being said, we still like the Dodgers here. I think this offense eventually gets its ass going. If they don't start scoring some runs, they're in a huge heap and hurry. The good news is they're playing in the National League West, where nobody seems to want to kind of, come up and get them, right? So give us the Dodgers in this one. We'll lay the lumber. Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus a half a run first 3 innings, minus 1.5 runs front 5, front 7. Freddie Freeman, who owns Quantrill, home run, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Will Smith, also good record against Quantrill, homer, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time, Dodgers, Rockies. Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus a half a run first 3 innings, minus a run and a half front 5 and front 7. Freddie Freeman, homer, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits. And the same for Will Smith, homer, double, over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, and 2+ hits. All right, and the last game on the board, Brewers, Angels. Angels back at home, so you know what that means. What do you do against the worst team in the league at home? You load up with the road team. Brewers, Rodriguez going against Soriano in this one. Soriano normally gives up runs like guys try to get phone numbers in bunches, right? So, and basically a toss-up on the line here. How do you not like the Brouhahas in this one? Give me the Brewers money line. Brewers front 5 all on the money line. Also Brewers on the run line as well, minus the 1.5 runs. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets in only 9 games. How do you take a look at all those? Really simple to do. On our, you can find it in multiple spots online. TikTok and YouTube channel pages of Sports Bets for Free. It's a link, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Also, at the end of every episode we do on YouTube, click that link. Go to base. There's multiple sports in years, so make sure you go to baseball 2024. Scroll down to June 17th. You'll be able to see all of these bets that we just laid out for you as well. You'll be able to check those out. So make sure you do that, as we are a volume better. Having that information on those Google Sheets, vitally, and one more time, vitally important. So make sure you check that out when you get some time. Also, we have promo bonus bets from myself and my partners to you for all of our listeners and watchers of the show. You can find that in multiple spots online. Again, TikTok, YouTube channel pages. Also at the end of every episode on YouTube, bit.ly/sportsbetsforfree-bh. Click on the link, or if you're on TikTok, copy and paste the link. It'll automatically geofence to your area as well. So let's say, for example, you live in Ohio. It'll bring up all the Ohio places there for you as well. So if you haven't signed up for one of those sports books, feel free to take advantage on that as well. So make sure you do take advantage of that. Who doesn't want, bonus bets and all that kind of extra stuff, right? Or no risk bet, all that kind of stuff, or no sweat bet. Everybody wants those. So feel free to check that out when you get some time as well. Also, want to make life easy to find us? It's simple to do. All you have to do is hit subscribe or follow, depending on which social media platform you're watching us on. We will show up in your subscription tab or followers tab when we drop a new episode of bets like this one here. We do baseball basically daily. Basketball's finishing up. Football's around the corner, and you will see a lot of football shows with fantasy football as well. So make sure you do check all that out when you get some time. And if you want to make life even easier than that, turn on those notifications for the social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.